we get you up to speed on the latest in sports. I'm Sean Yao. The Blackwater Bossing and the Magnolia Hotshots each got their second wins in the PBA on tour. Marty Bautista with the details.
Really going to Troy Rosario early in this game. They won.
The Blackwater Bossing and Terra Firma Jeep were involved in a close affair for the entire first half of their PBA on-tour matchup at the Henares Arena in Pasig. But by the third quarter, Terra Firma's offense went cold while Blackwater kept on surging. This led to a double-digit lead by the end of three. The Bossing sustained the advantage in the fourth, which led to them nabbing their second win in 3 outings in the preseason tournament. Final score 100-94 for the Bossing. Troy Rosario finished with 20 points and 5 rebounds to lead Blackwater.
We were challenged kasi sa game na to. Sabi ng mga coaches namin, titignan namin kung paano kami mag-respond after a big loss sa Magnolia. So, I think kailangan kong i-start yun. Kami ng mga veterans. Right?
To get the ball.
Oh, what
and
a
looking to pass. Ang ganda naman nun, the big guy.
In the second game, the Magnolia Hotshots held the lead for much of the first 3 periods against the Converge Fiber Xers. But in the fourth, Converge turned on the Jets and came rushing back as they even took the lead early in the payoff period. Still, the Hotshots were able to weather the storm as they retook the advantage via a Mark Barroca jumper with 40 seconds left.
He's asking for a clear out. Barroca with a crossover. Pull-up jumper. Good again.
That's the guy.
After a couple of misses from the Fiber Xers, Magnolia was able to seal the win with 3 throws. Final 99-95 for the Hotshots. Paul Lee was the high point man for the team with 21 points and 6 assists, while team captain Barroca chipped in 12 markers. PBA on-tour action resumes this Friday with the Northport Batang Pier taking on the TNT Tropang Giga at 5 p.m. This will be followed by the matchup between the Phoenix Fuel Masters and Rain or Shine Elasto Painters at 7:30 p.m. Both games will be played at the Henares Center in Antipolo. For News 5, Marty Bautista, we are One News.
And still in the PBA, the management of the Converge Fiber Xers denied allegations that the team is leaving the PBA to form its own league. In a statement, team owner Dennis Anthony Uy said that the company is not in the business of basketball and has no interest in creating its own league. Uy said that Converge joined the PBA to bring vigor to the league as well as to bring the company closer to Filipinos. Rumors of Converge breaking away from the PBA came after the PBA board rejected Pampanga Governor Delta Pineda's appointment as the team's governor. The Fiber Xers became the newest member of the PBA last year after acquiring the franchise of the famed Alaska Aces. And top Pinoy fencer Maxine Esteban will now be suiting up for the Ivory Coast. The Philippine Fencing Association has approved the transfer. It has also asked the International Fencing Federation to waive the 3-year residency rule for Esteban. This is so she can chase her dream of competing in the 2024 Paris Olympics. The West African nation had reached out to Esteban about this possible transfer. The Filipino fencer has already built a history with the Ivory Coast, having held clinics for young fencers there. Esteban is the highest-ranked Filipino fencer in the world at number 84 and is an 8-time champion in women's foil. The 22-year-old is also a 4-time UAAP champion during her stint with Ateneo. We're taking a timeout. The game on One News Now will return after this. Stay tuned. You're still watching the game on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The stage is all set for Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. The Nuggets will enter the series as the best team so far in the playoffs, having only lost 3 of their 15 games so far. The Heat will also have to find a hole in West Finals MVP Nikola Jokic's game, as the 2-time regular season MVP is averaging a triple-double in this postseason. On the other end, the Heat will try to take down another giant in the top-seeded Nuggets. So far, Miami has had the harder path to the finals, having to go through the top 2 teams in the East, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. Meanwhile, the Nuggets managed to win their 2 regular season matchups versus the Heat. Game 1 will be broadcast live on One Sports and TV5 tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Football fans in Hungary clashed ahead of the final game of the Europa League. Hardcore fans of Sevilla FC and AS Roma were seen throwing chairs, bottles, and flares at each other in a beer garden. Authorities say 3 were injured, including 1 Spanish and 1 Swedish national. 7 Polish nationals were also arrested in the melee. In the actual game, Sevilla won against AS Roma via penalties to secure their 7th title in the Europa League. Get your fill of the latest in sports at onesports.ph. Meantime, the news day continues later at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.